Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin, and this is a custom video for Tim and Tim's wife. Now, this is a first for Watch Symposium. We've never really talked about women's watches, so hopefully this will be fun. Grab your wife, watch along with her. Hi, Austin. I would like you to review my wife's one watch collection. 2 years ago, she wanted to get a Cartier Ballon Bleu 36mm reference WGBB0009. But after I showed her a large number of Archie's videos, I was able to convince her that a Rolex would be much better for her. After some consideration, she went with a Rolex Yacht-Master 37mm in steel and platinum. That's reference 268622, which she got brand new. All right, so she's a Rolex woman, and she's actually sat through videos of Archie and taken his advice. I think she's a keeper, Tim. It's been 2 years since she got this watch, and she has put a considerable amount of wear on the watch. She never takes it off, wearing it to work, to the gym, or to go hiking. In fact, it pains me to look at the watch because of how scuffed and scratched it is. Just look at the pics I attached. She's wearing her watch, good for her. And she's going to the gym, and she goes hiking. I think you got a good wife. What do you think about her choice of her one and done watch? What do you think about the way she treats it? Is she getting the authentic Rolex experience? While we are preoccupied with not putting too much wear on our watches because it might negatively affect the resale value of them, she seems to be just enjoying the hell out of hers. Thank you, Tim. And that's great that she enjoys her watch. And let's go through some points. Now, let me tell you about Tim's wife. All right, so she is an ER nurse, and most of the wear that she gets on her watch comes from work. And she has a few interesting anecdotes from work. Sometimes when she's putting an IV into a patient's arm, they'll notice the Rolex and ask about it, which is kind of interesting. A doctor works along beside her who has a two-tone black dialed Submariner, and he's noticed Tim's wife's watch, and he said, "Oh, you're wearing a Rolex. That's a really good watch." So she's gotten props from at least one doctor. And there's another nurse there that wears a Cartier Ballon Bleu, which Tim's wife originally wanted. She's noticed the watch as well and has said that she wished she had gone Rolex as well. All right, and she, like Tim said, and this is some follow-up questions I asked Tim, this is where this information comes from, she wears it pretty much all the time. She wears it to sleep. I wear my watches to sleep. She really appreciates the lume. She doesn't bathe in the watch. I don't bathe in my watches either. I think it's a unnecessary risk, and I don't want soap scum on my watch, so she doesn't bathe in it because, yeah, it kind of makes her nervous, the idea of a water breach, which makes perfect sense. And her Patek Grail, or her Grail, is a Patek 7234G-001. That's a 37.5mm watch. It's actually the ladies' world time. And you know, the men's version of that is an awesome watch, but it's just too big. Considering what I'm wearing now, I probably shouldn't say that, but I've always thought the ladies' version actually would be better for a man, but they call it a ladies' version, so you really couldn't do that. But that's her Grail. And I also asked about one of the most interesting aspects of his wife's watch, and that's the bezel, all right? And does she use the bezel? She knows how to use it. He's taught her how to use it, but she doesn't use it. In fact, she's more interested in showing people the gash it got during work. So she doesn't use that timing bezel. All right, so let's get to Tim's questions. He asks, what do you think about her choice of her one and done watch? Well, I think it's a fantastic choice. It's a great brand. If you're gonna have a one and done watch, it has to be usable and it has to sort of turn you on. And look, Rolex is an awesome brand, it's a household name. The patients at her work know it, the doctor, that other nurse know it. It's great to have that. It's got the resale value, it's got the value retention, and it's a perpetual watch, so she doesn't have to wind it. It's an oyster. She doesn't have to worry about liquid or body fluids splashing on it, or just getting liquid on it around the house. You know, it's on an oyster bracelet, and that really means something. You know, you can't really have as a one and done daily wear, in my opinion, a watch on a leather strap or a leather band, or a watch that can't deal with liquid, because liquid happens. All right, I've gotten peanut butter splattered on my watches. I've had greasy fingers, you know, grapple with my wrist. I've had, you know, just the other day I was drawing a bath for my daughters, and the kind of bubble bath solution that we have, you kind of squeeze it up into the cap at the mark, and then you pour it in. And I was squeezing it up, and the bottle buckled, and just a big splash of concentrated bubble bath solution splashed on my Rolex. Look, that's a disaster if you have a watch that can't handle it. So being able to just rinse it under the running water was fantastic. So it's a great daily wear. Now, I've often thought about what watch I would wear if I was a woman, and it's tough because I usually just sort of translate over my own proclivities to the women's line, you know, steel, professional, rotating bezel, informational bezel watches. And this is the exact watch that I've thought, yeah, that's what I would wear if I were a woman, all right? But there are some other options. For younger women, of course, the Oyster Perpetuals. But I would say if I knew nothing about a woman, what would I choose for her? Well, I would choose a smaller ladies two-tone Datejust. You got that two-tone aspect that makes it a little fancy. So you could wear it to the opera, right? In a really fancy dress situation, but it's gonna do pretty much almost everything that this watch does. It's not gonna have that rotating bezel, but is that rotating bezel that makes this watch more sporty than dressy. I don't know if you could put on really, really fancy clothes. Again, opera, who the hell goes to the opera? But this is probably a little bit sporty for that. So probably a fantastic one and done, in my opinion, for a woman would be just the classic two-tone Datejust, because it really is perfect in all situations. And even in casual situations, women can get away with two-tone, where, you know, guys might be a little bit too fancy for guys, all right? So, you know, sorry, Tim, to be planting the seed in your wife's head. She's likely watching this as well, but if she ever decides to get another watch, a two-tone, Jubilee braceleted, fluted bezeled ladies Datejust would be fantastic. And I've always thought that at least guys, and hey, you know, I'm all about equality here, so I guess it applies to women as well. A two-piece collection is really where it's at, because you've got pieces, at least two pieces to go back and forth with, and you have a watch to wear when the other watch is getting serviced. So this is a fantastic watch, but I think the two-tone Datejust ladies is right up there for a woman, and that's just because it's going to be a little bit more versatile in really fancy situations, all right? But she sounds like a sporty woman. She goes to the gym, she goes hiking, perfect. It's what I would want to wear if I were a woman as well. So I think it's a great choice. What do you think about the way she treats it? I think she's enjoying it, and I think that's awesome, and I wish I could, to an extent, enjoy my watches the same way. Is she getting the authentic Rolex experience? Yeah, she's getting a pure version of it. She's enjoying the hell out of her watch. And these days, what the hell is the Rolex experience? Is it getting a watch, babying it, and talking about on social media how your watch is going up and is selling for more? Unfortunately, that's turned into the Rolex experience. She's going to, you know, the Rolex experience of the past, before these watches, you know, were regarded as investments or, you know, value propositions, which, again, as I've said in another video, has not destroyed the hobby, but made it a little less fun. So she's having fun with it. She's using it. Good for her. That's awesome. And it's amazing that it's a woman that is putting this watch through its paces. I mean, you would think that men, men are rough and tough, and we're the ones like holding our arms like this when we're going through doors and thinking, oh, I better wear the beater today. Women don't care, and that's awesome. And look, she's had it for 2 years. When it comes service time, all of that wear is going to be able to be rectified. It's going to look new again, and I would certainly have it polished. I mean, certain watches you don't want to have polished because of that value proposition. Again, it comes into play, and when we're talking about a woman's watch, that's not such a big factor, okay? Because I don't think a woman's watch is going to be really collectible in the same way that these pre-ceramic and ceramic steel professional men's watches are. So polish it, get it awesome looking again, and she'll be thrilled at the way it comes back. And it seems to be running a little bit slow, and I only say that because every now and then she'll have him reset it, and it seems to be 2 or 3 minutes slow. So it seems to be pretty accurate, and she doesn't seem to be too fussed about that. I would say when you do have it serviced, I think it's better to have a watch that runs fast. So I would just bring that up to the watchmaker, say we're looking for high accuracy, so if you could get it just running not slower but faster, on the fast side, that would be appreciated. Under 1 second a day would be great. Again, talk about it before the fact, and the watchmaker will be able to accommodate when he has it on the time grapher and he's dealing with the accuracy of it and tweaking it and whatnot. So I think it's a fantastic situation she is in, and she sounds like a really cool woman with a cool watch, and it's a great one watch collection, and it's a beautiful watch. And if she ever wants to go with a second watch, well, I think my suggestion stands. All right, get a little gold in her life. It's a slippery slope. I think 2 is a good round number, and just having that one, two-tone piece could mix it up a little bit. But look, as a one watch, I think this is a fantastic option. And hey, my wife's got a watch, and I've thought about making a video of it, but I thought, is my audience base really interested? Well, if you want to know what my wife has and some anecdotes about it, then drop a comment in the comment section, let me know, and I will accommodate. But great job, Tim. Great job, Tim's wife. You got an awesome one watch collection, and enjoy. I think you made the right choice. I think this is better than any Cartier. It's more wearable than a Patek, and you can wear that Patek to work with that leather band. So this is a great watch, and serving her well, and she seems to be enjoying it, and that's the whole point. So let me know, viewers, what you think about Tim's wife's watch. I think it's an awesome choice and an awesome watch. Throw a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Thanks again, Tim, for the question, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.